How would you describe the fourth quarter that Brandon had?
Oh, it was phenomenal. I think he had 8 rebounds in the quarter. Hit a couple big shots. He was brilliant, and we needed it because obviously, third quarter they took it to us, but we felt good about our chance to make another run in the fourth. This was their third game in basically 3.5 days with the 12:30 start. 3 different cities, brutal schedule, and coming out of the All-Star break. So our whole game plan going in was just, keep the pressure on them, try to wear them down, keep running, and I think that was definitely a factor. We were rested and they were not, but we'll take it. We've been on the other end of that too.
Jokic had 3 points and 1 rebound in that fourth quarter. What was kind of the key to keeping him off balance late in the game?
I just thought we did a good job of getting them out of their sets on a few key possessions where, they weren't in rhythm, and so he didn't get the ball in the usual spots, and we forced him, away from the hoop a little bit further, and it was just enough to maybe disrupt things. But again, I think fatigue for them was a big issue.
How big a factor was over here Al Horford? He hit 6 threes. It seemed like part of that game plan was stretching Jokic out.
Yeah, Al was fantastic, and the spacing obviously with him, popping and knocking down shots early. I thought that really set a good tone. I think we hit 15 threes in the first half. Then we went cold in the third, but the spacing and the ball movement was really good, and Al was a big part of that.
Coach, 7 players in double figures here. From a coaching perspective, like with the top dogs out, how do you cope with a game like that? How do you, when it comes to play calling, who you run the plays for, like with so many players having a great game?
Yeah, the biggest thing we try to think of when we have guys out is what are the best 5-man combinations, who plays well with whom, what's our substitution pattern, keep it simple offensively, not too many play calls, but as long as we're spaced and running the floor, moving the ball, we know we're going to get some good looks.
To add on this, especially in the clutch, when you see so many players having a great game like today, is it tricky for you to?
No, because we're not really calling a ton of plays. It's mostly spreading the floor and bringing in certain guys into pick and roll just to try to create an advantage, and so it's not like I have to call a bunch of plays. It's more just simple concepts and play basketball.
Steve, what's the update on Draymond, and do you think he'll be okay for the upcoming
I hope
road
so.
trip?
He was going to play, and he went out to warm up, and his lower back tightened up, and so we obviously scratched him at that point, and with the back-to-back coming up, we'll see. I don't have an update at this point, but hopefully he'll be all right.
Any further clarity on Kristaps?
No.
Steve, you mentioned Brandon, and obviously he was contributing in a lot of different areas, but he was really struggling offensively going into the fourth. What do you think got him going into rhythm late when you needed it?
I think just seeing the ball go through the hoop. He does so many things for us out there. The rebounding, can almost see him getting a little confidence from getting a long rebound and racing the ball up the floor and making a play. But it always helps when you see that first one go in. And so he's a really confident guy. He wants the ball. He wants the big shot. But like every player, he needs the rhythm. He needs the flow of the game, and he can help himself. It's one of the things we're trying to teach him. He can help himself by actually getting off the ball earlier in a possession and then getting it back. And at times he wants to make the play from the outset, and that's a lot to do that. So he's still learning and growing, but that was a fantastic night for him.
How do you look at his season kind of in the bigger picture and probably what he maybe envisioned to what it has been, but also, a night like tonight?
Well, it's been up and down for sure, but our season has been up and down as a whole, and sometimes a team's struggles impacts the individuals, but we know what he can do. You know, for the last couple of years, he's been one of our highest plus minus players. He's a very versatile player. The rebounding is what attracted us to him in the first place. You know, coming out of Santa Clara, and when a guy rebounds like that, you know he has great anticipation. So it's really more a matter of finding that sweet spot that we're trying to get him to, where he's making plays, but he's not dominating the ball, and that's his next step. And you can see tonight there was a little of both, and he got himself in trouble a couple times. But when he gets off it and then the ball starts moving, then he gets it back, it's totally different. The defense is closing out on him. He can use that leverage to get past people, make a pass, score a layup. So he's a really unique player, but he's still finding his way.
Moses, another steady game with 23 points. How have you kind of seen him adjust without playing off of guys like Steph and Jimmy in the last couple of weeks?
You're talking about who?
Moses.
Moses. Moses has been brilliant for 6 weeks. You know, he's shooting the lights out, the confidence. He's, maybe been our most consistent performer. His on-ball defense is top of the league against pick and roll. He's such a great teammate. You know, he's there for you every night, the way he works. He's so poised. It's really fun to watch Moses blossom and have such a good season. And, you know, there was a stretch in there for a month or so, maybe in December, where he cooled off. But I think this is the guy who he is. He's really a good shooter and good defender and somebody you can count on every night.
Are there things that you've seen him grow from this year compared to last year?
I think he's quicker and stronger. You saw the baseline move where he dunked it, rip through. I think it's a natural progression for a young guy, after 3-4 years to grow into your body and get a little stronger, a little quicker. So I see him getting past people more now than in the past.